Hello, hello, hello. Hi, and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Hello, Izzy. Hello. How you doing, darling? How you doing? Husband Edgeworth. Yes! Edgeworth! Last time we left off, speaking of that, we're playing as Miles Edgeworth. He's going to be defending the defendant, Iris. No last name given, which is suspicious, but we'll get to that. We don't know who we're prosecuting against. It's probably not Godot from what we've heard. I kind of hope it's Francisca. I miss her so much. Yeah, but we played as Miles Edgeworth, who has the Makatama, and that was kind of a crazy experience. We grilled Larry for information and Bikini for information, and now we're about to head into court, and I don't know what's going to happen in here. I am kind of terrified. Just got off of work an hour ago. I'm glad that you got off of work an hour ago. Hell yeah, you deserve your break. I have tomorrow as a break, so I am so excited to sleep. Hello, Pagetown. Hello. How you doing, darling? I hope you all doing well. Oh my gosh, it is so hot. There is another, like, heat warning going through the area where I live, and I'm just like, oh my god, please let me perish now. Researching ESAT stuff so I can do mass attack at ESAT OCs. I remember seeing the text earlier about the about the loop fish OC. I have D&D today. It's gonna be Juniper's legendary crash out. Oh no! Juniper's crashing out. I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe Juniper's fucking dead. The ideas I have for the attack, I could barely sleep. I wanted to do it then. But you need your rest. I'm sure the mass attack is gonna be great though. I cannot wait to see it. I am excited to witness it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, her boyfriend died. Oh yeah. Well, valid. Well, yeah, now you have a valid excuse for your crash out. Yeah, at least you're crashing out with reason. Crashing out with reason. Not that people need a reason to crash out, but I'm glad. Did I tell you that? I don't remember anymore. I don't think you have. I'm very sad to hear that your Juniper's boyfriend is dead though. I'm so sorry that happened. But that means the crash out is gonna be so juicy. Bundles of angst, love. And some sadness OCs, so the plan is to at least try to make an animation of a battle. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, have like a battle rotation of like a bunch of different sadnesses. Ripped asterisk. Rest in peace, bitch. You will be missed. Going off into the character graveyard heaven. Gone but not forgotten. Last of all by Juniper. Alright. Without further ado, let's just make sure everything is on here. Loud! There we go. God, I had a thought today that I might do later. Maybe not now, since we're in the middle of two different games, but maybe once we start a new game. I had a thought that I might act upon later. We'll see. But just looking at the screen again reminded me I wanted to do that. But we'll see when the time comes. Let's go on. Let's go into the trial. We've got a lot to do today. I'm sure of it. February 19th, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh my. Mr. Laurice feels that way about me? Oh. Girl had no idea. Unfortunately, there's only 3 sadnesses you can find, one being a version of Sifrin. So I don't have many sadnesses to work with, but boy, do I got a lot of characters to choose from for the team. It's like, oh my god. You know what it is? It's that fucking song. It's, RPG, dun 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 dun. It's very that. Oh my god. I think I've actually seen an RPG meme with, I think I've seen an RPG meme with ESAT characters before. Go check it out. I'm sure it's somewhere on the internet. Also, hi Robin! Oh no, ads! I'm so sorry. I also got a few loop-esque characters saved to draw to later. They're all hanging out by the tree. They're just vibing by the tree, and Loop is in the middle like, why did you do this to me? Who are you? It's Loop. It's all the Loop-esque characters like hanging out at the tree, and then Loop in the center going like, "Who are you people? Get out of my tree! How dare you? Let me mope in peace." Spider-Man pointing pose. Yes. It's like the circle version of it. I finally thrown my For You page into ESAT fandom. I'm so happy about it every time it comes across them. Fuck yes, that's the correct response. Also, I don't know if the ads are over or not, but hello, Robin. Hello, hello. How you doing, darling? How you doing? How you doing? Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret after all. Doing good. It's good to hear. I'm glad to hear it. I hope everyone's staying cool today. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but I hope you're doing just chill. I hope you are having like a nice cold drink and enjoying this, doing whatever you do on your computer. Hell yeah. Huh. This is no time to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing. Really? That's surprising considering we think you're Dahlia. I don't know. I don't know about you. I'm sure once we learn like what your deal is properly, but like I'm still suspicious of you. Are you like Dahlia's? Are you related to Dahlia? Are you like a sister or like something like that? Is that what this is? Just don't know. Clone. Yeah, you're right, Izzy. This is their clone, actually. This is Clone High. Bitching your earlier VODs you said because I missed them originally, and the whole time you played it, I didn't understand how the battles work, so I need to educate myself. My partner was unfortunately the only one not connected to our central AC. No! At least we have an AC from the unit from the old house. That's good. At least you're not AC unit-less. I think it would be worse if you didn't have one. I'm glad that you at least have something. I would love like central AC though. That would be so nice. Oh my god, Genesis! Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, darling? You excited for Tuesday? Wait, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Don't worry about that. Tuesday's existing. Or not. And in any case, whatever it is that he saw on the night of that incident, mark my words, I'll drag it out of him. Interesting. Dragging it out of him. Would not be the first time you've had to do that, huh, Edgeworth? My dumbass is also attempting animating the moving backgrounds during the fight. Ooh, yes! Yes, the Earthbound background. I had to clean the house and take care of a frog. I did not get to my tuition. Oh no! Oh, buddy. Wait, why were you taking care of a frog? What's up with that? What's the frog lore? I need to know. What about Tuesday? Don't worry about it. Nothing stream related. Apologies. I just got really excited. They got bloated for being in the skimmer. Oh no. Round frog. Round frog. I realize it seems like each sadness has their own background, so I don't know what to do, but that's a later problem. That's a problem for future you. Right now, you is just excited to be trying to do a background. Why are the frogs bloated? Why are they rotund? Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today? No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand. Oh, bikini pool. Oh, I see. Okay. Poor bloated frogs. They're so round. Sister Bikini. She claims to have seen the very incident in which you carried out the crime. And he plans on doing the rest of the animation, save the background, and make a separate piece, then figure out a way to combine the two later on. I'm sure you got it. I just wanted to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Dunham, correct? Girl? That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well. Very well then. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed... don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements. I see. The ... isn't reassuring Iris. It really isn't! She's hiding something, and I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. Cause, like, she's mentioned... What did she mention last time? About, lying to Phoenix. She mentioned something about lying to Phoenix about something, and now I'm like, I don't know what that implies. It's vague enough where I'm like, is this like a Dahlia-related secret, or is there something that we don't know about you? Iris, it is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I'm a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That is what my friend once told me. Your friend? Yeah, interesting. Friend. Definitely friend. Plot twist, Gumshoe is the judge, Francisca is prosecutor. Gumshoe is a judge I would kind of live for. Okay, this is not a read, but I think Gumshoe as the judge is probably not, would probably be about on par of the amount of bumblingness the judges already have. I'm sure if we switch out the judge for Gumshoe, I don't think much changes in the trial, let's be honest. She's a Dahlia who doesn't know her, but she knows him and deceived or lied about some shit. Your husband. Dahlia in case 1 wasn't the Dahlia from the previous case. Ooh! Ooh, I kind of like that. Are there 2 Dahlias? Are you guys twins? Oh, interesting. Wait, does that mean that we convicted the wrong Dahlia? Or which Dahlia are you? I guess that's the question. I guess this means that you're the first Dahlia? Are you Dahlia number 1? Will the real Dahlia Hawthorne please stand up? Please stand up. Mr. Edgeworth. I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I'm fit to do the task that I have been entrusted. I don't know. I do like that clone theory though. That's definitely when we introduce clones as game 3. Very well, sir. I'll leave my defense in your capable hands. I love her. She's still so gorgeous. February 9th, 10 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. Nope. No, not Defendant Lobby. We just came from there. Courtroom number 7. Oh, shit! Oh, it's the Canadian judge! From Mia's trial! Oh my god. Wait a minute, but you've seen Edgeworth. I don't know how many times you've seen Edgeworth since then, though. I guess that's what they're trying to get behind. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is running order. The judge from Canada. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Where's the prosecution? Did you not get a prosecution? That does not sound like you. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. Who did you get? I'm not sure I like this blatant waste of this courtroom's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. The little badge, look at it. Wait, what? It would seem this case is already over before it has even changed to begin. Oh wait. It would seem this case is already over before it even has a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. The court finds the defendant... Objection! Yes! Girl! The prosecution stands ready. Of course she fucking does! Yes! Girl, how is your face? Oh my god, I miss you so much. Sibling rivalry. Yes, the Von Karmas stand. There you are, girl! Oh my god, how are you doing? I miss your face. How are you doing, darling? And you are? Francisco Von Karma, prosecuting prodigy. Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred Von Karma? Legends are a thing of the past. I am a Von Karma. That is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he does have the badge, you're right. Oh, that's so cute. He's wearing his husband's badge. It's so weird seeing him from this angle though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Oh, she's a big shot. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. So he does remember. That most definitely won't be problems later. I thought I was going to share, but the second I touched the keyboard, it left my head. I feel that so fucking much. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say? There is no such weaklings as this man amongst those of the prosecutor's office. There isn't? Oh, but I'm sure once before in this I told you there is no such weakling. What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Well, get ready to. Get ready to care a lot. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. See why he called her. Yeah, I mean, who better to hide a secret, I guess, than your sibling, basically. Your trauma-bonded sibling. Bayless, remove that whip at... Hold it. I have no objection to the whip. I bet you don't, do you? Oh, I bet you don't have an objection. Interesting. You don't? The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. How do you know about that? Wait a minute. Oh, I guess fucking what's his face? Oh my god, I've already forgotten his name. Reminds me of home. It's fucking crazy. Gumshoe. I guess Gumshoe would have told you about it. Makes sense. I need that screenshot of Edgeworth. He has no objection to the whip. Ask and you shall receive. Yo. Hello, Spooky boy. Hello, Spooky. Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? Phoenix would have also told him about the coffee addict who took his place. True, true. I guess it's fair. Phoenix is like, let me tell you about my ex-boyfriend real quick. It was fucking crazy back in college. Other exes. True that. True to that. Kind of eepy, but it's 6. You can get an early night's sleep. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't streaming right now, that would be me. I was so eepy when I got home today. But stream happens, so I feel you, buddy. I feel you. But there's still the only one nap stay until 4 a.m. No. The way I've done that literally last night, I need to stop doing that. There's still only one truth. That is what I stand to prove here today. Get his ass. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, Francisca, how much I miss you! I miss you so much! Back in college, Phoenix had Dahlia, what's his name, who was Dahlia's ex, and Godot. They're all dating each other. It was very incestuous. No, I'm not gonna say that. Phoenix was a hoe. I thought we Ben knew that, though. I thought we Ben knew that Phoenix is an absolute hoe. I had expected to face Phoenix right here today. Looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all of this time. Don't say that. I'm taking it back. Well, he was also a loser. You could be a loser and a hoe. There's nothing wrong with that. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. There we go! Sibling fight! Sibling fight! Sibling fight! Sibling fight! Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Ooh! I see you brought your flair for the histrionics. Allow me to add the things I'm not sure about. People acting brazenly in my court. Ah! The stage is set. No. Continue the proceedings, Your Honor. He was a hoser. Maybe we don't combine it like that. I'm sure there's better ways to combine those words. Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. A hoser. With as little whipping as possible. The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Oh shit. Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. Crime photo added to the court record. The courtroom where Elise Dunham was murdered. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, There was a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand.
Oh, we're getting straight into it. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Twirls hair, stares at the investigator. Can we get her a box, please? Can we just maybe like a little bit of an apple carton, just a tiny one. Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on there. I'm not sure about being I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all.
Short queen. So true.
Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
Girl is pissed. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness.
Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please.
Damn. Bikini! Hello! You look absolutely great. Once again, your name and occupation, please. Hi, little old me. Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it. Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. Girl, why you got that face on? We don't need that face.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
Ah! The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with Litri in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer, I believe. I love her. I love her so much. In any case, she's this nun. Why would she? Listen, witness. I hear that you saw the crime take place in the night in question. Judge, Edgeworth made the bikini joke already. Come on. Ah, that's right. I can still hardly believe in myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris would do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
I'm not giving him a Canadian accent. I know I probably should be doing it, but I'm not doing that. The night of the murder. That night I was helping out an acolyte in her training in the Inner Temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath in the Inner Temple, you see, and I needed to get a long, hot soak. Sorry, I just had to. After I had just finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it. Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head what a Canadian's accent sounds like. It's okay, me neither. This is why I'm not doing one.
So it was simply coincidence that you had found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the Inner Temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There's only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall for the first hurdle now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
Gladly. As a Canadian, I cannot help either. It's okay. You're doing great. I just heard my brother say loudly, I'm wetter than a pool. I am wetter, think a pool. I have no idea what the context is at all. I don't know if we want to know the context. That night, we should look at what we have, because I actually don't remember. Attorney's badge. Sorry. Victim's staff, carried by Elise Dunham when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it. Shishishiro. The apparent murder weapon has the victim's lead and the suspect's fingerprints on it. Hanging Scroll. She was Misty Faye, master of the crying technique. Iris's hood. Received before the lights out, Belle, the night of the crime, protects from evil spirits. That's right, she didn't have her hood on. Note to Iris, found in the main hall. Maybe she dropped it. Hazakura Temple map. Shows Hazakura Temple in the surrounding area. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Weather data. A regional weather report for the night of the crime. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. 7 to approx 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusty Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Occult New Year's issue, an occult magazine featuring Hazakura Temple. This is the one with Iris in it, in bikini, looking stunning. Absolutely stunning. Picture by a photo of Elise taken by her only pupil, Laurie Stoneham. The magic bottle. God, she is so gorgeous. Iris's testimony. Rang a light out's bell at 10 p.m. and then was in her room until the murder was discovered. Elise's autopsy report, 10 to 11 p.m., loss of blood from a stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Body fell. Wait, body fell 10 feet after death. The courtyard where Elise Dunham was murdered. Okay, now we have this. I'm wetter than a pool looking at her. I'm sorry. God damn it! She's so gorgeous and I'm so gay. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. Why does everyone make their ESAT OC paper time of having a time at all? If having a time at all. Paper is the go. Paper is pretty good. And paper is like the only thing that helps with, maybe it's because paper is the only type that helps against the king. That's probably has something to do with it. I don't know about you, but rock type is right there. I love a rock type. Love that bitch. That night I was helping the acolyte with her training in the inner temple. Backlinks to act up violently, so I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. But Iris never made it there. Iris said that she ran the light and then was in her room at the main temple for the rest of it. So that Madame Odile's peak paper mache hands. What's this about? I believe Patreon is doing a mass attack with ESAT characters. It's a game called In Stars of Time. Go play it right now. It is a really good game. I would highly recommend it, like Robin said. It is great. Or if you want to watch someone play it, I've played it as well. I played it and all the VODs are on YouTube. So you could also go watch that, but it is long. Witnesses have an Oh gosh. Is it free? Sadly not, but summer sale. But like if you ever get it on a sale, I highly recommend it. Because it is so good. I don't know how much it is right now. Oh, and I did look at Insert Disc 5's other game on Blue Sky a couple of days ago, and oh my god, I want to play it so bad. It looked so fucking cute. Here's a demo. You could play the demo. We love a good demo. It's still a lot even for me with the summer sale. True. If you can get a good sale on it, absolutely grab it. It is so fucking worth it. Insert disc 5? Yes, chat? Is that the creator? I know it's ID5 is the shorthand for it. I don't know. I think it is insert disc. I could be wrong though. I don't remember anymore. Yes, okay. Their other game looks amazing. I've already put it on my wish list because I'm like, when this comes out, I'm all over this. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on the Powers' observation and memory, after all. Well, 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 don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple. The head honcho. No, kidding. Oh, God. In that case, Miss Honcho, I would like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all. I found another sadness as he is a fish. Fish! You know, I'm surprised we didn't see any more, like, aquatic sadnesses. But I guess they were very, like, monster-shaped, weren't they? We could have had more fish the ones. I would have liked a fish sadness. No! She said that? A defendant or a witness? Who's more likely to lie, do you suppose? Hands. We love the hand! The defendant is simply lying to cover her back. But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make it a much better alibi. That is true. Oh, I didn't even consider that. It would be a much better alibi if she was like, actually, I was the inner temple the whole time. But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes.
She has the eyes of a murderer. Ugh! All people lie. That is my belief.
Why am I the only one being whipped here?
Because she's not gonna whip Bikini and definitely not Edgeworth. Well, not yet.
Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie.
Which means there's something else going on. I know, see, there's a fan child of Sifitisa. Let's fucking go! Gaze for the win! Yes!
We must call your memory into question.
Ah, dear, dear, dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter. She's the eyes of someone with an unsavory history in the courtroom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder when that's gonna come up. I'm sure once we get Edgeworth, or not Edgeworth, I'm sure when Phoenix is fine. I guess we'll go further into that.
Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of the witness, you will need to show a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick.
And please, add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the course examination.
That night I was helping Acolyte with her training. What's the new one? And Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. No, that's not true. She was hoodless. Cause Iris gave her hood away to fucking to Phoenix. Is that what they're going for? Oh, witness, let's get one thing straight. I'm not, no. The defendant who you claim to have met. She was wearing this demon warding hood, correct? Of course! And it's a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute. Objection! Hold it right there. Why do you have that? Wait, why am I getting a British accent? Why do you have that? That is the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the light out bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Whoa! I was gonna say, where you take a British accent, she's German. Not what I was trying to do in that moment. I fucked up. It's not about feeling at all. I suppose a contradiction like this. I don't understand why that happy. I don't understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. I bet you would look at his face, wouldn't you? Oh no, Sister, this hood. Your spare ones are in the temple, don't you? Spares? Well, you tend to make too many of them. You make them yourself. They're very well made.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each town is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange.
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies as such as this, discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt.
Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple. The seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little bit more stimulation to bear fruit. What a way to say that, Edgeworth, okay. Contradictory stimulation. God, I love Edgeworth. I love him so much. After my bath. Alright. I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. As I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard and looked, and Iris was... Oh, Mr. Galeese! And with that sword of all things... Mr. Galeese was staying in the corner. Mr. Galeese was staying in the corner room, which faces out into the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of the window. What's her autopsy report say again? I don't remember. After death. So that's wrong already. Because the body fell 10 feet after she died. That's so weird though. Why? So this is backwards. She should have been stabbed first and then fell 10 feet. Why though? If the stabbing was done in the courtyard.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair.
Too bad that will never happen, and instead you will be whipped.
Well, something like that.
This judge, his imagination is just as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. See, I was telling you guys. Like I said.
I would look like the fool if I didn't comment on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine. Miles Edgeworth. Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
Sibling fight! Sibling fight! Oh, I love them. Kind of getting so antsy just thinking about all the elements I need to figure out for this. To DM the people to get more info on the character. Social interaction have to start. You're gonna do great. I believe in you. You've got this. After my bath, finish your bath around. I want to press that last statement with stabbing us almost have occurred after she was pushed out of the window. Well, we know that's not true because it should be backwards. She should have been stabbed and then pushed, which is weird. Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else. Especially in winter. I think a little fried, but we don't know the full story yet. However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report. The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. What happens in winter? What happens in winter stays in winter, okay? We don't talk about what happened you did last winter.
That's right. It says right after death, right here.
What the fuck was that?
The witness's claims. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. The defendant stabbed and killed the victim here in the courtyard. Then how did the victim go on to take a 10-foot fall? Ah!
Order! Order! I miss the old judge. I'll say it. I know we're all thinking it. I miss my judge. This is not my judge. I want my judge back.
The victim was killed and then fell. If that's the case, the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
Did anyone check her room?
That's logical. Oh, no. That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim has been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And then she was thrown out of her window down onto the courtyard below. Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Dunham's room? Were there any signs of a struggle on Elise Dunham? I don't think so either. Oh god, I've been reading too much. Oh no! She was stabbed with a sword. That would at least leave a blood stain. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood?
Ah! No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
It was just caused traces of blood to be found in my glorious playoff beard. However, if there's no blood in the room, then you'll claim that—
Ah! I'm sure there's no need to— Oh goodness. I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is very well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost in the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood will be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. Interesting, so that's where she's going with this. Ooh, god! Being stabbed, dying, and then being pushed out of a window with the blade still inside of you is fucking crazy. Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound.
That's true. With the weapon still on the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions. I don't know.
Order! 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 I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
Expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point.
It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all remove all suppositions of your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please! Remain standing on the crate.
Don't go selling me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of all shape. Especially back in my mood. Sister, please. Give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. You're massaging the witnesses now? Damn, girl. I mean, honestly, though, that's so fair. I'm sure you give good massages, Von Karma. I bet that.
With the whip?
Probably. Oh, boy. Alright. Further details. Oh, really grilling into her. When I looked across the scene, the sword had already been in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Miss Elise. Really? I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? When I awoke, Mr. Gami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. That's how I want to know how that happened.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma's strives for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska von Karma. Agreed. And I'm here to teach you just that. Agreed, Edgeworth. Fucking agreed. Well, I don't see anything obvious, so I think we should just press everything. When I looked across the scene, the sword was already in place. Let's just press. Gas, gas, gas. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. At the time, was the victim bleeding? Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all of this, of course. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think I saw any blood. Not then. Oh, interesting. I'm sure you didn't. No, I'm sure that you didn't. The workman was acting as a plug in the wound. And in a case, let's be clear on one very important thing. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed? Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. Interesting. Think carefully. This is very important. This is Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No. When I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports our theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think that proves this very well, Miles Edgeworth. I've never seen so much blood before. I want to know more about that. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? Wait a minute, didn't you just say that you didn't, though? That's right. Some of it splattered onto Iris, too. Whoa, wait a minute. Why are we hearing about this now? When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. And her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well.
That does seem quite conclusive to me.
What should I do? Press this point further? We might as well. We don't really have anything right now. Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding. Oh, sorry about that. Well, I say that I saw... Wait,
I say that... Oh, no. I say that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her plain as day. Oh, no. Why would she do that? Pulling the sword out. Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Oh. Was that important? Very. Very important. More important than you can imagine. I saw the incident in which the blade was being plunged. I saw the incident in which the blade plunged into the hilt was smoothly drawn out. Smoothly? I don't know about you, but I don't know if you can smoothly, like, take out the Shishido. Do I have the weapon? That's a heavy-ass weapon. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's easy. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. Oh, what do you mean? You could sound as though I'm a liar. But, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Sudden war flashbacks to old back. What contradictions are you talking about? The scene that the witness claims to have seen. The weapon was thrust into its hilt into the victim. Oh, that's true too. There's only so much blood in it. On the weapon, there's only so much blood. It's not even to the... It's just the tip. Just the tip. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities.
What do you mean? Please explain your...
Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? Oh, no, not at all. No matter how I look at the defendant, she does not appear strong enough for that. Objection! Doesn't appear. Just meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I choose to. We been knew that, sis.
The objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit.
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. We also have the problem about the amount of bleeding. Why are you screaming, Genesis? What happened? It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a sort of plug. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. I'm gay. True, we been knew that though. Why, for Francisca? That's so fair, actually. That is nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the Shishido. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss. Get her ass! I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction.
You've still got more?
This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? Yeah. If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood on the entire length of the sword. No! Yes. Get her.
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence.
I just found out more little details. Yes!
All the other attorneys I know would maybe manage one, if that.
This attack is gonna kill me. Please be safe about it. Please be safe and drink lots of water and take many, many breaks.
But what does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but
having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is the weapon used to kill the victim is not the Shishishiro.
Oh shit! Oh! Oh god, then what is?
what?
A foolish idea born from a foolishly minded, foolish-hearted, foolish fool!
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon? Because there's blood on it, that's it.
Why does the Celestian option have to change so much when choosing to attack the little hand that appears changes depending on what type the sadness is? Oh no!
Well, it's because Mr. Gami was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shishido was the murder weapon.
Order! Ugh!
So maybe the Shishido was not the murder weapon. If even that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. This is a rehearsal everything. Or what she saw was Iris stabbing into a corpse, which is even more dark and twisted, to set up the scene that we found later. But why? Why would she do that? She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth?
If that is so, then we'll allow the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises.
The obvious question?
Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to?
Huh.
That is a great question. Start with that. Where is the real murder weapon? We don't know. It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's...
Answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
Damn. So far up there.
Oh, I just had a thought.
Ooh, wait a minute.
If they searched all around the main hall, could it be that it's somewhere in, like, the inner temple? But that would mean that she would be murdered over there, which I don't know. She could have been, but I don't know how she would have got
where she was. I guess the problem here is we don't know where the actual, like, murder location was. Hiding somewhere in the school. Watch out for me. Oh no! The 16th.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Didn't think so.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me. Can I say something?
Oh?
What you gotta say? I just remembered something, actually.
What is it, sister?
I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there. Does she think it's on the other side? Ooh, or... Ooh.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe... I think I know. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. I'm in jail. No! Not jail!
You what?
Well then. I think we need to hear the testimony from you one more time, sister.
Taco Hill. Falsely detained.
Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen?
A lot, apparently. Location of the weapon. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks. Tracks that indicate the snowmobile had been used. Oh no, that's not good. It takes about 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River and came back while it was knocked out. Ooh. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Oh no.
Witness, please tell us everything you know about right now. Oh, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. With my back and my age, you know.
Point. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate.
Look at this photograph. Footprints and one set of tracks.
A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it is certainly an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple. And run all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Track photos taken that night from main gate to Dusky Bridge. Oh my goodness! I got a 1-bit cheer. Hello, hello.
Here we go.
Oh no. Hello, Vin. How you doing, darling? How you doing? How you doing?
That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River is currently quite swift. The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter.
It's not much, but it's all I have in the moment. You're absolutely just fine, darling. Anything is great. Even nothing is amazing. Exactly. One bit is better than no bit. And I'm just glad that you're here. How you doing?
Making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Did you really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please.
Gladly. Location of the weapon. I'm gonna read through these again. Around 11 p.m. After asking the report, I went out to the main gate, and there I saw tracks. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but it takes 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon and came back while I was knocked out. I don't know about coming back. Because there would need to be, unless they like went identically to the same track as when they started, I don't think they could do that. So I'm gonna say to press the track photo onto here.
I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why are there only one set of tracks?
What do you mean?
It was Larry.
Oh god, I hope not.
Iris left the temple. Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If that was the case, then naturally there should be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out from the bridge and those from coming back.
Ah, you're right.
You're forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth.
On the night of the murder, it was snowing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but what was that weather data? Hold on. We actually have that. But the snow stopped at that point. The snow had stopped because it stopped before 11. Yeah, so I don't think that this is gonna be it. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. Oh, while she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
I think you're full of shit, okay? Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covers one set of the tracks.
There is a contradiction.
The tracks of the river that were covered by the snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible.
What you care to explain? Why, there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction.
God, they're such siblings. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me.
On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence on the contrary, eh?
Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. Weather data. Whoops, not the right button. Present.
Witness, please tell us again, what time was it when you witnessed the crime?
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course, that means the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data.
Look at this data!
It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder.
The weather report?
Pizza time. Pizza! Do you have some to share? What flavor? What toppings do you have on it? Can I have some? Can we all have? Did you bring enough for the class, Genesis?
Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50.
Cheese. Oh, I miss a good, like a good cheese pizza. Ugh. That sounds so good.
Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m.
Can we have garlic bread? Oh, I'm so hungry. Garlic bread sounds so good right now.
The snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks been made at the time to have been covered up.
Ah! Get her ass.
Order! Order! Very well then. Looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in.
Don't ever say that again.
Ah!
It is too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is a weather report ever correct?
Oh, no, you've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is the actual data.
Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's true. We cannot be totally sure, eh?
What?
How did she pull that off? Because she's fucking Francisca. Of course she pulls it off.
It had stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I, too, cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. Ah, you cannot back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth.
Where is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
Updated weather report. Oh no. This is more this is a more accurate Doppler radar. Let's see. Hazakura Temple. Okay, so we need like a picture. Photo of Elise, crime photo. No, not this one. The crime photo is actually a pretty good bet, though. Ooh, her body's not covered in snow. If she had been murdered while it was still snowing, her body would have been covered in snow, wouldn't it? Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being whether or not it was snowing in the courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That is right. But proving that is incredibly easy. Get her ass! If we want to know whether or not it was snowing, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered in snow, with just one exception, and that is the victim herself, Miss Elise Dunham. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. Ugh! In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, there should have been 2 sets of tracks. Then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Get her! Let's fucking go!
Order! Order!
Just what are you— Ah! Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply all the facts to point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it could be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, there was still snowing. Of course it was, because the tracks were erased by the snow.
And when this person returned to the Hazakura Temple,
The snow had stopped. The return tracks remained.
But who came back? Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
What does, sister?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. Really? Oh, well, this is just fantastic news. And who, might I add, has it?
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder.
Well, fuck.
Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. The snowmobile can't cross the
the snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge.
So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
But why did it come back?
That sounds right.
But what's odd is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple... Oh, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe. But when I made it back to Hazakura Temple... It was there, by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. But that isn't possible.
Order! Order! Order in the court! What does this all mean?
So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't have possibly seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura. Oh, sorry about that. Someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile would cause so much trouble. What do you gotta say? What do you gotta say?
I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes, I've got nothing more to add. I've told you everything I know.
But then that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify having seen the snowmobile.
I wonder. I wonder who it could be. A witness, huh?
Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely. It's cold enough to freeze your ears off.
Only an idiot would go wandering in that. An idiot. Aha! I know exactly who to call. I know exactly who to call upon. Unless they had something really important to do. Gee, do I know any idiots? I wonder.
That's a shame.
Hold on. Something's coming to me. An idiot may have well been gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us.
Really?
You know someone who might have been in the snowmobile? Who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are two things about him that do come to mind.
Which are?
First, he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, this individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he's our kind of idiot.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
I wonder, gee.
Also, hello, Francisca.
Laurice Boonham. Bizarre.
Ugh. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Delac's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting.
This is Larry Bott, a disciple of the victim Elise Dunham.
A student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder?
That's... Should I tell them all about his designs for Iris? But it may cost us his credibility as a witness before even calling upon him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man... What exactly was it that he saw? I wouldn't know. He wouldn't fucking tell me. I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom. Oh, I would love to see it.
Summon this youth as Oh my god. Summon this youth as a witness immediately.
I have no choice, do I? No. I believe he's in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him.
Very well.
Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. Gladly.
The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess.
Let's fucking go. Time to grill Laurice for goddamn info. Yes. Let us save. Crap, I've got to figure out HP numbers. Make them funny numbers. Make them the funny haha numbers. Those are also classics. How's it been an hour? It's been almost an hour and a half, actually. Listen, time flies when you're not thinking about time. Nope. February 9th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have about 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright. I'll help you in any way I can. You know, when she's standing like this, she really does not look like, she really does not look like, Dahlia. I think it's the eyes. Her eyes are very different in this form. First, about that night. You really didn't go into the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Well, they're both telling the truth, though. That's the terrifying part. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that last night. Were you the one that used the snowmobile? Come on, Iris. There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? Oh no. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you serious? Oh, for fuck's sake. She has had the most Cyclops out of everyone. Oh my god. Iris. I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Huh?
Safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya.
No.
Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dunham?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought. No psycho locks. Very well. It's my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough.
February 9th, 11:36 a.m., District Court of Courtroom number 7. Or that one time Larry had 5 locks, so he burned them all with one piece of evidence. True. Was that Larry? Oh my god. Larry immediately folds like, oh, well, the secret really did not matter that much, did it?
Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Gee, I wonder who.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting. I wonder who that's about. I don't know. It could be anyone.
I can only presume that his intention was to capture you. Ah!
Anyway, it's time to thread this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court.
Wild.
Doris Dunham! I hope you're ready. Get in here!
It would seem the whip is going to see plenty more use today.
Thank God. The bitch needs it. Ouch! Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey! I was just artistically ouch! You tried to run away from the bail if he was trying to handle your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for color, Viridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it?
I know! I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the field, isn't it?
Working in the fields? I presume you wanted to say field work. I hope.
That's it! Thanks, buddy.
Oh, it's kind of sad that I was able to... it's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
But he's your friend. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. Get his ass. Get him. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial! At all! I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red! Or, to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Crimson Lake, excuse you? Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch! Ugh! Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man.
Please refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness. That was all your fault. Testify now.
This is too much for me. Oh, come on. What I saw. What did you see, bitch? The only fanfic creators use the term crimson to refer to blushing. You heard it here first. Larry is a fanfic author. I don't make the rules. I just see point A and get to point X. I was out at the lodge. I was out at the lodge I was at the lodge out in the mountains looking at the stars of that night. I walked into the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I, Edgy? Oh.
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyer during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation? Or anything else? That's true. They really just said, bitch, we know who you are. We've been over this. That is true. Why weren't you asked that?
Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidences. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuance he has been to other people. Hey, that's right behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Touching me will just make you eternally unhappy.
Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into into other details at a later time.
Well, okay. What I saw. I was at the lodge out in the mountains looking at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. Do we have to Well, wait a minute. No, because... Girl, Edgeworth was right there. Or not Edgeworth. Phoenix was right there. You met with Phoenix last night. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic and cause all sorts of trouble. Sorry. But having realized just how much of a nuance you've been, that could be considered the step in the right direction. Angie, are you trying to console me?
It certainly doesn't sound that way to me.
However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidences you create. You're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. Ah, that's right. Me in the flesh.
Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name, so as long as you remain pretty pathetic.
As long as you're pathetic flop, you'll continue to cause these incidences.
That reality will not change.
But, what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to do is change your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all that I need from you. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Yeah, I don't think so. A girl is lying. Well, I guess it could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. Oh boy.
I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
What I saw, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. When I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been around... Wait, I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been around 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding. The white flash almost blinded me. I looked out of the window and Dusty Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, so I went out right away to check it. There was still some thunder, but I went right out. Wait. There was still some thunder. Oh my god. There was still some thunder, but I went out right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. Well, I don't see anything.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. Totally burnt out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains of what caused Nick to fall. What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. It was nothing life-threatening. I just caught a cold.
I never know with that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Oh, she cares! I love that she was worried for Phoenix. That's fun. I like that. Despite everything. Despite everything we've been through with her. I guess because of everything we went through with her. I mean, she did get shot because of us.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination.
What I saw. I went to the shocker around 9, so it would have been around 9:30. Well, let's just press everything. What did you do out in there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know. I was busy being excited, I guess. Excited? Excuse me? Excited? Dare I even ask? I set the meeting time at 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait. I thought she might come early, too. Oh, God. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! I have obtained raw calories. Meatball sandwich and fries. Ooh, a meatball sandwich. Oh, that sounds so good. I could go for a meatball sub right now. That sounds really fucking good. I hope you enjoy your meatball sandwich and fries. That sounds delicious. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack and waited for her. I was laying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. This light was, of course, lightning. Like, kapow! Like a slap for Naomi, honestly. Big ba-boom! Ah! A little like that. That's a little more like a punch from Miranda. I just reminded myself of an item in the Earthbound called Calorie Stick. I love a calorie stick. Is that just like a Slim Jim? Is that basically what a calorie stick is?
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... I looked at the window and the bridge was on fire. Seeing that, what did you do? What do you think? It was burning up I was burning up as well from the fire in my heart. And that is why you want to take a look at the bridge. Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. Why though? That's suspicious. That's weird.
I'm not sure I care about that forget-it attitude you had at first, Witness.
It's okay, we all don't. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. Alright, tell us about that. You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that? The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far was this small shock from where you were and from... How far is the small shack you are in from the bridge? Wait, how far is the small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk?
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean the bonfire kids. Not even the bonfires kids made during school camping trips can compare. Do you remember if Phoenix saw Larry in the area before the murder happened? In the main temple? I thought Larry was in... He was there for, like, dinner. He was there for supper. We didn't see him until... After that point, we didn't see him until we were at Dusky Bridge as Phoenix. And when we fell.
Well, should I press him for a little bit more information?
Why did you go to the bridge? Well, we know why. Why didn't you call anyone? Yeah, the phone was right there. Why didn't you call anyone?
Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There's a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that. But why didn't you?
So then, let's hear why you didn't.
Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? Didn't have time to? What do you mean? I read the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later. Less than a minute later. I feel like this is definitely something we have to present. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I feel like we need something with time. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So, you would have... That doesn't seem like enough time. Because there was still snow anywhere. It took Phoenix a while. When did the victim die? Victim died at 11? Time was between 10 and 11 p.m. Bikini saw the murder, quote unquote, at like 11 p.m. So, if they saw the lightning strike, got up there, there wouldn't have been enough time. Phoenix wouldn't have made it to the body in time, made it to the bridge in time. So I'm gonna go with this.
Your very existence being a contradiction, I'm not sure you can grasp this or not.
What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien.
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is the time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
This is much more simple.
You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and then immediately went to see what happened. Is that correct? Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less, so about, like 10:50. That would have not been enough time for Phoenix to get there. I have the weather data from the night of the murder right here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes to get from the shack to Dusky Bridge. Meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m. That sounds all about right, I guess. And the Nick showed up and did his falling act. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred at Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at... Oh goodness. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Why the fuck you lying? Ah, excuse me, I have an objection.
You do?
Angie, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not I'm Larry. Ah! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. Sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is still no way that Phoenix Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? And why not? It's clearly written here that the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning at least until 11:15 p.m.
Which means, what exactly?
Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive around the scene. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes? I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback. Oh, God. I guess I was still sleeping after all. Haha, pinch me.
Order!
Ah! So there's a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that there's much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there's a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident?
Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn?
And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, it was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That is what it sounds like. Ah, but this is Larry, what we're talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. What did you see? Edgy. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Excuse you. I murdered Elise Dona. Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. Yes. I may really say this time Ah! Then say it. Again, Larry with no expression on his face is fucking wild. Yeah, expressionless Larry should never exist. Expressionless Larry cannot hurt you.
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Let's have this witness finally give us the whole truth.
Finally!
Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
The missing 15 minutes. I'm a Dunham. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge! I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe that I was feeling, it transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out and the heat came running up. You were sketching? Can we see the sketch? What were you sketching? Just the bridge on fire?
I suppose artists can be strange folk.
That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Including the truth from the sounds of it.
Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains.
And what would that be?
This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag out the reason out of him. You'll regret this, Edgy. Yeah, fucking right. So can you tell me about that sketch, though? Can I... Medina, what do you think? I was doing sketching. Can you tell us about the... Oh, no. Shock and awe. Sketching. The burning bridge. The burning bridge and everything that came with it. Everything that came with it? What came with it? The chicken or the egg? What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this! This guy's mind. Ah! Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out of already, witness. What are you talking about? I didn't know what you mean.
That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling about the instant the sketch is revealed. The entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. Oh, we gotta check it out. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, even I couldn't have imagined it would turn out like this. Imagine what? That Larry Dunham's debut would be taking place here today, like this. Ouch! Show it now. Okay. Steel yourselves. What the hell is that? This is the world of Elise Dunham. The fuck? Girl!
Well.
What the fuck? No, go back! I wanna go back and... Oh, whoa. That girl is on fire! Why is she flying? He's saying his whole world is on fire. Why is she flying? And why does the bridge look weird?